I just didn't know.
That's why I said I'm going to zoom in.
I was just trying to...
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome.
How are you? Come in and say hello.
We are so happy to be with you today on Flower Friday. So thank y'all so much. Those of you who are watching live, welcome. Make sure that you say hey and let us know when you hop on. We're just kind of setting things up.
Yes, we are.
Getting stuff set up this morning or this afternoon.
Yes, we have got a fun Easter wreath for you today.
That is right. Now, this is going to be a fun one.
It is.
This is going to be something a little different that you may not have seen too often.
That's right.
Too much. And this is going to be fun. I'm excited about today. Yes. Welcome. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us today.
Yes.
All right. So, like I said, if you're watching live, make sure that you say hey. You let us know where you're watching from. Let us know that you're watching live. If you are watching the replay, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you put that in the comments too, because we definitely want to give you a shout out. So welcome. Today we are making a really fun Easter wreath. Now this is going to be whimsical, over the top.
Much fun.
So we're going to have fun.
Yes. And by the way, I am Sherry and this is Amanda.
Welcome. And we're the mother-daughter designers at Monroe Home, where we teach you how to transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
We sure do. And that's what we're going to do. You're going to transform your door.
That's right. We're going to transform your front door into something fun this Easter.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and let y'all know what we're working with today.
Yes.
So we have actually a little bit different. This is a double wreath.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to show you how we put these two wreaths together to make this double wreath.
Right. And I used covered wire. You can find that at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, anywhere like that has the covered wire. Just like that. It's the same color as the grapevine, so it doesn't show, and that's what you want. And I just wired my two wreaths together just like that, and it's just gonna hold up for us.
Yeah, so we're gonna actually make a video for you guys and show you exactly how to do that. It's really simple.
It is.
Y'all be looking for that on our YouTube channel.
That's right. And then I also have this adorable. Is it a chick? Is it a bunny?
I think it's a chick who wants to be a bunny.
Yes, exactly. It is adorable though, and this was made by MB Inspirations, and I just love it. I think it's adorable. So I have actually used my floral wire. I just kind of poked it right through the sides and wired it to the wreath, so it's not going anywhere. And then we've got the cute little Easter sign that came from Kirkland's that we've got wired on here.
That's right, and we will put the link in the comments on YouTube and on Facebook so that you can see the shop, where to get this, because she's got some really cute
she's got some adorable
and we've had fun using some of her. These are handmade.
Yes.
So that's pretty awesome, because we love supporting handmade businesses when we can.
Of course, yes, definitely.
So we'll get you that link of where you can find her stuff and check out her shop.
That's right.
But I've got some pretty ribbons that we're going to be using today. Hey, Georgia, thank you for joining us. Hey, Vicki and Debbie, Angel, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
If you are a first-time viewer of ours, let us know in the comments if you have never seen us before. If this is your very first time, we would love to say hey to you.
That's exactly right.
So
we are happy you're here.
We sure are. So I have a 4-inch polka dot ribbon. I just love polka dots.
Oh, I do too.
Especially
you can't go
spring
wrong
and
with polka
summer.
dots.
I love using polka dots. So this is a 4-inch wired ribbon. Then I've got a couple of 2-inch ribbons. Now I'm using a couple of different. I've got this buffalo plaid. It's a really pretty blue, almost a teal blue.
Almost a teal, yeah.
Kind of like a, I don't know.
It's pretty.
Kind of teal, I guess you would call that. And then I've got some more plaid with all these fun, bright colors that we're going to tie in the chick and all our beautiful florals that we're using. Then I've got some 1.5-inch ribbons. I've got some floral with these really pretty
I love those flowers on that.
Then I've got some striped ribbon, and that's just a kind of a baby pink. And then I have, which I love, some purple glittered ribbon.
Yes, glitter is not just for Christmas.
No.
It is for any time.
And I
Can't
can
go wrong
use
with
glitter any time of the year.
Yes, sir. Cannot go wrong with glitter.
Hey, Corrine, thank you for joining us. Hey, Kathleen, welcome. Marilyn.
Yes, welcome
Thank you for
to
hanging
you
out
all.
with us today on Flower Friday.
Yes, and then of course we've just got a variety of flowers in the colors that we're going to be using. So
I am going to go ahead and use my wire. Now I'm using a 26 gauge wire for this. Hey, Myrtle, thank you for joining us. First time viewer.
there.
Welcome.
Welcome. We are happy you're here.
Now, I'm just going to cut off a big chunk, okay? So this is probably about, I would say, 24 or 28 inches.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to cut off a big piece. And I want to double it over. Now, I am using a Bow Dabber bow maker today. Okay, so I'm going to actually zoom in just a little bit so you can kind of see this a little bit better. The bow that I'm making is called a whimsical bow. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that wire that I just folded over right down in my Bow Dabber, just like that, and fold it over and underneath, and just sit my Bow Dabber down like this. So I already have my tails cut. Now these are all cut at 15 inches, and I did dovetail the end. And to get that pretty little dovetail, you just fold it in half, just like that, and then you cut upwards. And then when you open it up, you've got the pretty dovetail. So I did that on both ends on all of my ribbons. Hey, Diana, welcome. Hey, Missy, thank you for joining us. So I am going to start with my widest ribbon. I always, when I make these whimsical bows, I always start with my widest ribbon first. So I'm going to start with a 4-inch ribbon. Hey, Millie, thank you. Yes, I sound better because I feel so much better.
Yes, we are thanking God
I
for
had
that.
the flu and
Yes.
then pneumonia, and so I was struggling quite a bit, but I feel fantastic today. So thank you. All right. So what I do with this, I just throw it on the floor. You can leave it on the table if you want to, but I don't know. I always just throw it on the floor.
It's just easier to throw it on the floor.
So you want to make sure that your pretty side, your side with your pattern, or the side that you want everybody to see, you want to make sure that that is actually facing down when you put it into the Bow Dabber. And I always leave about 1 inch over here on my left side. Now I am left-handed, so if you're right-handed, you may leave yours on the other side. It just depends on which you start with, and it really doesn't matter. So I make my loop just like that. Now this is about a 6-inch loop. And I really do love working with the 4.5-inch ribbon. I just think it's so,
I do too, especially for this bow. It seems to work really, really well for this.
And I just like the 4-inch. Now I like to make sure that I mix it in with other ribbons, so I don't like to have a whole full bow.
No, me neither.
If I'm making one with a lot of loops with just the 4-inch, but I do like using it. I think it really adds something.
It does.
Okay, and I'm actually gonna make 4 loops of that. And then I'm going to cut it off. Now I did get that a little bit twisted, but that's okay. Okay, so I've got that how I want it. So next I'm going to start with I'm going to add in my buffalo check. And
I love that ribbon.
Yeah, and this is just this buffalo check. You know, you can get this ribbon in any color. So, you know, you don't just have to do the black and white. You know, you can use any color. So again, I'm putting my pretty side down and I'm making my loop just like that. And then I didn't really explain it in the earlier ribbon, but you want to make sure that if your ribbon is not the same on both sides, and this one is not, so we have a pretty side and then we have just a plain side, and I want to make sure that my pretty side is showing, so you have to twist just like that. Now I'm only using 1 loop on each side of this ribbon, so I can cut it off and be done with it. And now I can move on to my next ribbon.
That's pretty too. It's so bright.
Yeah, I love
and cheerful.
I love the bright. Some people say, well, why are you using 2 plaids? Well, I like the way that it looks.
Well, and that's, yes, with a whimsical bow, anything goes.
Yeah, and these are not the same pattern plaids.
No, they're not.
So it's okay. They're actually going to work together.
Yes, they are.
Okay, and next I'm going to put my striped 1.5 inch. So we're going to start using that 1.5 inch ribbon now.
We've got it all going on. Polka dots, checks, and stripes.
Well, that's what's fun about these holidays like Easter.
Yes,
you know, it's kind of anything goes. Now I'm making these loops just a little bit shorter. These are going to be about 5-inch loops. They're a little bit smaller loops. And again, I've got 1 loop on each side. Hey Robbie, thank you for joining us today. Now I'm going to add in my pretty flower ribbon.
I love that.
Yes, that's right, and Angel. Easter is about all the pretty, vibrant colors.
It is. Because spring, it means spring is around
means spring is there and coming, and you know, definitely want to just enjoy all the colors.
I am one that is ready for spring.
Oh, I am too. Let us know in the comments what the weather is where you're watching from. Because
yes, we know some of our friends have snow.
Yeah, we're in Alabama. And
we don't have snow, but we are knee deep in water around here. We've had tons of rain.
Okay, now I've got my last ribbon, and I'm actually probably going to trim up some of these
tails.
Some of these longer tails.
Yeah.
When I get the bow made, but I wait and do that at the end. I go ahead and cut them all the same length to begin with, and then I kind of trim them up the way that I want them at the end. And this one also is about 5 inches, but I'm going to make 3 of these loops just because I really like the glitter in here.
It's just pretty. Go ahead and make 4. I like it.
I think I'm going to do 3.
3, you think?
I think so,
okay.
3.
That is such
I got
pretty.
3 in my vision.
Yeah, that's all
for
right.
this bow.
Yeah.
But you could do 3, or you could do 2 if you wanted to.
Yeah, I love
So now, this is what it looks like in the bow dabra before I take it out. Okay, so the thing is, you want to make sure when you're pulling this wire out, so I've got my loop end and then I've got my 2 ends. So I want to put those 2 ends through the loop and then pull really tight. Okay.
And it helps to do it while it's in the bow dabra, doesn't it?
It does help. And so then I pull it out, and I kind of split up these wires right here, and I pull them around the back, which I got that one a little bit twisted, but that's okay. And then you're just going to twist several times to make sure that you've got that really tight. And then you're going to fluff it out. So I love all of the colors in this bow. And this is actually one of my favorite bows to make.
It is. I love it. And it just works for any kind of fun wreath that you're doing like this. It's just perfect.
Yeah. And now to fluff out your bow, you're just going to take 1 loop and just pull one way, and another loop or tail and pull the other way. You just want to kind of make sure that you have all of your ribbons distributed fairly evenly. It does not have to be perfect.
It doesn't have to be perfect. That's right. You know. That is so pretty. I'm loving it.
And I love the polka dot in there.
I do too.
With especially the yellow with the blue, because y'all know, we've said before, it's a really popular combination.
It is. It is very popular.
So.
Gorgeous.
Hey, Julie, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Lou said, you sound like you're getting a cold now.
Oh, I have had this same, it's just congestion. I feel great, but I have had this for, I think this is the 4th week now, so I'm kind of tired of it.
That's sinus, I think.
Yes, it's just, I mean, like I said, I feel great. It's just the congestion, so I'm hoping that it's on its way out.
Yeah, I think because we have literally had so much rain, and we're not used
to having
that much rain. And so, you know, all this rain, nothing's getting dried out. It's just done a number on our allergies and stuff.
It has. That is the truth.
And so this takes you just a little while.
Yeah, just fluff it out good. It's
just get it how you want
pretty.
it. So take your time with this part. To me, this is probably...
This is, to me, is harder than actually making it. It's just fluffing it. And it's not hard, but, you know, it just takes a few minutes to get it just like you want it.
Yeah.
But it makes all the difference in the world to go ahead and get it done. And before you put it on the wreath like that. Now, of course, I will go back, and because when you're putting your flowers and things on, you're going to tend to mash it, you know, some of the loops down. So, of course, you have to go back and refluff, but still, you've got it basically like you want it.
Yeah, and so
before
now
you put it on.
I go through and I just trim up my tails just like I want them. And the reason that I do them all the same to begin with is because I won't know until I get it adjusted, the bow adjusted how I want it, exactly how much of each tail that I need, because it's going to end up that it's not like an exact measurement.
Right,
really.
Exactly.
Because I may cut some and not cut the others.
Yeah.
Just because I get it the way I want it to look, basically.
That's right.
Hey, Rhonda. Thank you.
Isn't that pretty? Such a pretty bow. So pretty. Okay.
I'll scooch over a little bit while I'm finishing this up.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to move this, since you're going to be working too. Move that over a little ways. You know what? I think I had your wire cutters.
Uh-oh.
I had to swap them. And like I said, I've already wired all of our things on. So now the fun begins.
Okay, so you can go ahead and put it on.
Little ears.
If you need to trim up some more of those
we'll
tails, you can.
Yeah, I don't think I need to right now, but I may want to later. But we'll see. All right. And
now, while she's working on this cutie, I'm going to be actually working on some orders that we have. So if you have questions, I'm definitely here to answer any kind of questions that you guys have.
And I'm just trying to get the wire through here so I can get my bow where I want it.
Yeah, because you got two. I hope I made the wire long enough, because you do have the two wreaths that you're working with.
Yep, exactly.
And if you're just joining, we did wire, because I know some of you have been asking, we did wire actually two wreaths together, and these are 14-inch wreaths.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want, sometimes I wire it to the bottom one, but I think because I don't want to cover his ears up, I'm going to wire it right here to the top and aim it down. So, let's see if I can get that in here. There we go. Yeah,
oh, Corrine, well, you are in the right place. She said she and her daughter are getting ready to start making Easter wreaths, and they need all the help they can get.
Oh, yes.
So thank you for joining us and letting us, you know, hang out with you and help you a little bit.
Yes,
we're happy
we are happy to help. That is right. And we especially love the mother-daughter, combination. But, of course, we're here to help anybody. But that is a special thing. Okay. So Beth
asks, what is the best shipping method for oversized wreaths? Well, Beth, actually in our Design with the Pros Club, we're going to be talking about that next week. We're going to be kind of diving into that some, because we have had a lot of questions.
There's been a lot lately.
On our Grace Monroe homepage and in our private Design with the Pros Club about shipping, because there have been some changes. But as far as shipping oversized, you know, you're going to want to check with different carriers. I have personally found for us that the best option for that, and in fact, we've got a big order that I just printed out a label for, and I actually found that it was cheaper to use FedEx. Yeah. And so what I would do, if you have not already, is I would create a FedEx account. I would get an account manager, so you can contact FedEx, tell them, you know, that you're going to be shipping these wreaths out, and tell them that, you know, you're going to be using their services. and they'll set up an account for you, and you know, they will give you discounts based on your business and what your projected quantity of shipments are and things like that. But I definitely would check into FedEx, because for us that has been the least expensive
For the larger,
boxes.
Definitely.
So if I ever have a larger box, I always ship it through FedEx. But that's just for us. So
Yeah.
I would check on that.
Okay, now I'm going to do just like I normally do, which is green my wreath, and I am using what we call tassel fern. I think you can find this at Michael's.
You definitely can find it at Michael's.
Yes, and possibly Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure, but and I'm thinking that Michael's actually calls it what do they call it? I've seen several different names, but I think I've even seen it under Boston fern, and it's not Boston fern. So, but that's what we're going to be using. And I have just cut up some pieces here off of the long pieces. So, I am going to first start with a smaller piece. And we are just going to come around. I'm going to start right up here at the top, just like this. Now, the whole wreath is not going to be covered, which is the way that we want it. But you'll see when we get going good how we're going to be doing it.
Francie, we are actually from a little community called Isabella in Central Alabama. I'm not sure where Collinsville is.
No, I'm not either.
But we're in Central Alabama. Diane, I am actually working on an order. We have a really big order of some succulent wreaths, and we do have a video showing how exactly how I make this same wreath.
Yep.
But I'm just working on some of those orders because we were kind of needing to get some of these out.
Yep.
Kathy, we got the bunny from MB Inspiration, and I will link their Etsy page and their Facebook page after this is over in the comments.
And now what I'm doing, I have put my greenery at the top, and now I've just got it coming around this top, just like this, and this is going to come around and under, just like that. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm just adding some pieces of my greenery around just like that.
I just think that little chick, it's a chick bunny chick.
Bunny chick, yeah.
That bunny chick.
The chick that wants to be a bunny, apparently.
He's just so cute.
He's so cute. I love it. And I have not seen anything that she has done that's not adorable. So y'all go check it out.
Yeah, and I love that we can support other businesses like
Sure.
like hers. She makes them by hand. She sews them, and
She
they're
does.
just so cute.
They are.
So y'all let us know if you're working on any Easter wreaths yet. Of course, we kind of go from Valentine's.
I know.
Straight
I know
into
it.
Easter.
You have to if you're a wreath maker. That's what we do.
But I particularly think that, I love making all kinds of wreaths, but
Yes.
Easter wreaths are just fun.
They are fun.
Actually, Robbie had a question earlier that she asked if you would tell her, I believe it was Robbie, if you would mention the different types of wreath bases, like you can do square.
Oh, you mean the sizes?
Or, not the sizes, the shapes,
different shapes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, you can do square. You can find grapevine wreaths in all kinds. You can find them in a square, oval, or different sizes in the round. So if that's what you're talking about, yes, you can find all kinds.
You can. I know. There's rectangle.
There is.
There's
I've seen, yes, I've seen hearts. In fact, I've got a heart. Let me grab it, and then you can.
There's a oval shape. Gosh, we've even.
I think
we've
can
even
find
done
them in hearts, just like
Didn't
that.
We do a star
you can
one
find
time?
it.
It seems like we did a star one time.
We did. I can't remember where I found that star, but I found one somewhere.
Wow. So there's really all kinds.
Yes, so you can find them. The most popular that you're going to find is either, of course, the round or the rectangle. I mean, the round or the square, or the oval. That's going to be your most popular ones.
In fact, you can show them what we're going to...
oh, yes.
You can use things that are not even specifically wreath bases to make wreaths.
Yes, this is something we're going to be doing
Yeah,
soon.
we're going to be doing this for you guys pretty soon. We're going to be making a wreath from this.
Yes.
So we thought that was just kind of cool and interesting.
Yes.
And that we could make a neat wreath with that.
Yep. I'm looking forward to that.
So, you can even use your imagination with things.
Yes,
there's all kinds of things that you can do and make wreaths from.
Okay, now I have
actually, she was talking about the framing pattern. I thought you were talking about wreath frames.
The what now?
She was asking about the framing pattern that you use.
Oh, when I'm doing my greenery and things.
She's talking about probably a triangle with your flowers, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I don't always, and I've said this several times that in floral arrangement, the way that is typical is, of course, a triangle. You want to put your flowers in threes. I don't use that on wreaths a lot. I mean, I use it probably 50-50, wouldn't you think? You don't necessarily have to do it on a wreath. And even in arrangements now, people don't always do it in arrangements either. The more modern arrangements don't have that. So, but yes, that's one thing. The main thing, if you're going to use these, for instance, and I only had two, what I would do is you want to kind of opposite them. So if I was going to have one at the top, I would put one at the bottom, kind of looking at each other like this. Anything like that. Now, I would never use two and just kind of stick them on the side. You don't want that, but doing them like kind of across like this, or like this, that always to me looks